So Usain Bolt has been caught up in some controversy with, and none of it is his making, I should say rather. All right. So apparently, some people in Miramar, Florida, decide that building a $250,000 statue in the likeness of Usain Bolt would be a good way to promote diversity. Sensible minds, which I tend to agree with, are saying it's a total waste of money and it is completely stupid. All right. Let's get into a piece of this article from Essential Sports. So while people love and admire Usain Bolt, Florida residents are furious over the decision, given the huge amount of attached to the plan in terms of money, right? The glories and astonishing achievements of the Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt are well known around the world. The city of Miramar, Florida, now intends to honor Usain Bolt for his Olympics journey with a $250,000 tall statue, but taxpayers are certainly not in favor of it. Madness, all right? Residents who pay tax for their own welfare think the amount being spent is ridiculous. To say the least. All right. Notably, if proceeded as planned, the statue of Bolt will end up costing way more than some of the Olympic gold medals. All right. City Commissioner Winston Barnes thinks the costly statue is a waste of taxpayer money. Winston also said Miramar isn't like Moscow, which has an Usain Bolt statue of its own. Miramar is not attracting international tourists. All right, for all who don't know, Miramar is like a little is the definition of Kingston 21, don't it?
Well, that's the mere waiting to talk about it because from hear it, you from hear
Yeah.
local government money being wasted. It's
Yeah.
Jamaican diaspora. It's really representative.
Listen,
I wouldn't be surprised if this is the same person who put up the sign out of Mobile Airport.
Them bring them bring it Ghana foreign.
Yeah, man, it's really Jamaican.
Politics. Oh,
That just waste some money and it's Uncle Sam money.
all right. But go through. He further added, attaching ourselves to monuments or icons is not going to make us a 24/7 city. We're not a tourist city. Come on. The money could be better spent for the larger community of Miramar residents. I don't think we have the luxury to try to create monuments of icons simply in the fancy of elected officials. All right. The city will pay the 250,000 amount to artist Basil Watson in 4 installments. The Miramar city has ties with the Jamaican people, as many immigrants from Jamaica now reside in the city. All right. Miramar City Commissioner Alexandra Davis revealed the reason for the statue. He said he wanted to make sure we had a world-class Olympian as part of the art in public places. By the looks of it, the goal is to inspire people with the journey of Usain Bolt in track and field. All right, bro. So I was reading another article that also says it's to inspire diversity as well. I'm not even going to beat around the bush way. Let me start first. Total waste of money. 250,000 US dollars is a lot of money. I want to know, first thing I want to know, how big is the statue and what is it made out of? You must be kidding me. I'm not even like, this is not even Jamaican taxpayer money. And I'm like, what are you doing?
But what is funny is you brought up a topic there and about how this representing diversity, and it's so funny where
I soon tell you what they should do with the money.
What's that?
I soon tell you what they should do with the money.
Yeah, okay.
So look like me have to go run for government over Miramar or something.
Well, so like money in it. But anyway, as I was saying,
money in it.
Hey. But it's just so funny. You brought up a political hot point there that I have to touch on. And I think it's so funny in a time where the same side that would probably say we need to erect a statue of Usain Bolt to promote diversity is also crying, and justifiably crying, there are statues of racist representations like your Columbus and all those people, right? Because of what they represent and you know, in terms of the atrocities in slavery. But my answer to this is, and my approach to this is, how Nelson Mandela would have approached it. And you don't fight fire with fire. So but you go tear down one white man statue to erect a black man statue. Why not a statue of both? Why is not a Usain Bolt and a Phelps?
You know what I think?
To show that is real diversity, to show both. You know what I mean?
You know what I think? No, Wade. I think them need to stop with this statue building foolishness. Statue not help nobody. It not promote no diversity. Hold on. I think it's go for both Jamaica and thing there and Miramar. If you're listening, statue not help nobody. The $250,000 they could have put up a building, a cultural center that actually promotes diversity, where people can go and share culture and learn.
What I is
you understand
what you're saying? You know, when the elders used to talk about idols.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we're basically doing now? You know?
Yeah, and that could be the Usain Bolt Cultural Center in Miramar, Florida. Come on now.
But I don't think $250,000 could build a cultural center.
No, man, you can build a building. You're not going to build a great museum. You know what I mean? But you can put up a structure that can be used in a community setting. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's 250,000 US.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can put up an auditorium of some kind.
You're actually you're making a lot of sense, especially if the point is to boost tourism. You're definitely going to need some sort of attraction that will draw people. Maybe are you saying Bolt Museum? I don't know. You know, something like that.
If the money not big, make it it's Florida. So if the money not big for building a whole big building, make it an open air park kind of center.
Right.
You understand? Where you put up small gazebo type structures and thing, and you still dedicate it and know that it's used for that space. This thing now, boy, you build statue for promote diversity and and foolishness. Statue not do nothing for nobody, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that go for the people who are waste some money out there with this bugger statue, bro. Build some school and them thing there and name them thing there after the athlete. And the same thing go for the road thing. Stop name road. Let me tell you something. You realize who them name the schools and them kind of institution there after? Politicians.
Yeah.
People. You understand? And them kind of people there. All them want is build a statue for athlete and thing there. It was one or two sports people have schools and institution name after them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Or maybe if you die of a disease, then then as an athlete, them name the disease after you. You know? That's,
you know what I mean? Get out of here. Yeah, man. Because these are our modern day heroes, you know. We understand the need to honor them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because these are our modern day heroes. You know what I mean? Our artists, our musicians, or our culture is what is the most valuable thing. Our human resource is the most valuable thing about Jamaica. You know what I mean?
Right.
We produce some of the most outstanding people on the planet. You know what I mean? That is why they want to honor this young man in Miramar, Florida. But at the same time, stop wasting people that money, bro. You know what I mean? Use it to something sensible and still honor his name. You know what I mean? But use the money to do something sensible where people can look on and say, yo, this is a benefit to the community.
Right, but why I still not getting the reason for honoring his name though. You know what I mean? In Miramar as a diaspora, you know what I mean? There has the objective obviously wasn't listed, and it looked like the main focus was attracting business to the community, you know? And how would that help? So
yeah, and remember too, you know, you are on American soil. There are a lot of great American athletes. You're in an American town, even though it has a strong Caribbean influence. You know what I mean? So just as how we're going to go out of your way to honor Usain Bolt, you could easily have honored one of those athletes. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Not to say that we prefer any of them over Usain Bolt, but just to show you how it can be looked at from the other perspective, from an American perspective. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And
like I was saying, make it a mixture of both. You use Phelps, to say we had somebody, Jamaica had somebody who dominated the sports, and so did America, through diversity. Different races, different sports, but both achieving great accolades,
Yeah. But I still maintain the stance that money can be used for something else. Don't do it, people. Don't do it. Mr. Politician or Miss Politician, if you want to keep your seat, don't do it. All right? Final thoughts.
Nah, that's it, man. That's good. Yeah, this is just garbage, yo. Diaspora, stop. No, as a matter of fact, final thoughts. Diaspora, stop embarrassing yourself.
All right. All right, remember, like, subscribe, I will see you next time. Zine.